Hi guys, it's me, Tacho, and we are back in 8th Array. I don't even know what that intro was. Okay, so we are back, and I mean, it's Chaos Season, so like this doesn't count. Anything that happens in Chaos Season stays in Chaos Season. So, I mean, I got rank 1, but I don't really care. I never cared about Chaos Season, to tell you the truth. And I was actually upset that this season was Chaos Season because I had a really good idea for a defense last time. And I was, like, so ready to build it. And then I clicked on the icon up there to see, like, what was going on next season. And it was Chaos. And I was like, oh, man, I was so bummed. Because now I have to wait a whole week before I can actually try out the new defense that I came out with. But, I mean, what is this going to be? Is this a defense showcase, or is this, like, just me talking about the state of the game? I don't know. Probably more so the latter, because we look at this defense that I ran here, and this isn't even a defense. Like, this is literally just run Burger King and let him kill all the scrubs, because he's the scrub killer, basically, as is the baby Camilla, I guess. There is no strategy at all here. It's literally just run these two and just watch all the kids suffer, I guess. Because there's no way you're building a real defense that's actually going to win in Chaos. Because ain't nobody who knows what they're doing is going to lose in Chaos Season. So the only real thing you can do, I guess, is make it hard for, like, just regular people to be able to win. And then hope that you don't get unlucky enough to have to fight people that know what they're doing. So, yeah, there's no plan, there's no strategy, there's no secret, like, warping shenanigans or rally traps or anything of the sort. It's literally just run this guy and her and just watch them go to work. So, yeah, I mean, well, in order, I guess there is a little bit of strategy. In order to make sure Burger King survives, because actually Camilla can wipe him out pretty easily. In order to make sure he doesn't just get destroyed, I have to run Rhea and Setet's support to make sure he's getting all of the drive stats and the drive miracle and all that. So with all of that stuff in play, he can actually live against Camilla, which I guess we can, why not just demonstrate that, right? Okay, so this is not actually too far off from what I do in actual, like, light season or anima season. I run these two together, Camilla and Valentine Edelgard. So what you do is you just go ahead and end Edelgard's turn. She has the mid-turn sabotage, stat drops, and also the exposure effect, which are going to hit all of the enemies. You can line her up in a way, and then because we've just done so many debuffs now, Camilla's weapon is going to give her just ridiculous amounts of true damage. We got Elm as well. Elm, I mean, he was a bonus unit, so that's really the main reason why I had him here. Sakura, because she's just dumb, gives a lot of support. And then also Mirabilis too. I think I've said this before, but she's my favorite dancer overall, just because I feel like her dance effect is the most, what's the right way to say it? Like the most practical, because you're getting mid-turn bonus doubler and mid-turn panic, which both of which are very helpful effects. So why don't we go ahead and end Camilla's turn here? Where do we want to end her turn? Let's see. Let's get the most out of Clash. So let's end her turn right there. Let's have Mirabilis dance. Get some more debuffs. Panic is another debuff status. So now Camilla's weapon is giving her just ludicrous amounts of true damage. Because look at this. Look how many debuffs these guys all have. It's just all going to pile up on Camilla's damage. And we still can't kill Burger King under these circumstances. So that is the reason why Seteth and Rhea are here. If you take either of them off, all of a sudden Burger King just gets swept. So that's the main reason why I've got them there. But they're also just really good supports as well. And then we have, of course, King Freyr, who you just have to run him. Otherwise, Bride Embla and Thief Layla, or not Thief Layla, all the Laylas are thieves, but the Arcane Layla and like those units that are inflicting party-wide undefended, you want to make sure that they are not really going to be as much of a threat. Now, one thing I will say I actually should have capitalized on a little bit more. So if you remember, like prior to Elm releasing, in other Chaos seasons, we had to really worry about Lay Radar because he inflicts Assigned Decoy, which there's no protection against. So in order to counter that, what you wanted to do was run your frontliner with lowest defense on the team and have everybody around them just with higher visible defense, so they will force your frontline unit into absorbing Assigned Decoy from him. However, I had this realization that how many people are actually going to run him this season when we have Elm as a bonus? Like, if you've got Elm, you're just going to run him, and you're not going to worry about running Lay Radar for assigned decoy. So Elm would be your go-to strat for beating save balls like this. So I actually should have did a little bit more on that. Even though I predicted it, I should have ran more units that had like less defense than Burger King, because it didn't really matter at the end of the day. I could have loaded up some more offensive threats or had like some kind of dancer or a trap somewhere in here to make it a little bit more aggressive. But yeah, so Camilla was the only unit that I ran here that had less defense than Burger King. Normally what I run here is Emblem Sigurd, because he's like one of the few player phasers that can have more defense than Burger King. But it just ain't happening, man. Sigurd, he's like kind of done at this point, at least in Aether Raids, because he's not got the firepower anymore to beat the near saves or any of these stubborn armored units, really. And this is one of the problems I have with the game right now, and why I'm actually starting to lose a little bit of interest, is because the armored units now are just the best support units. Like, they've role constricted a little bit too much now, where these guys, they can be ran as really good saves. The save skills are just outrageous now. Like, you've got Higher Ground, which has Warp Bubble in save. You've got Briar Save, which is save skill plus a reflect damage. And you've got the Twin save skills, although those aren't as crazy because you can kind of get away with like running the Fallen Aleer support instead. She gives the double proc on defensive specials and so on and so forth. Then there's like Rhea, who gives the drive support with the miracle and the stats and all that. So we've entered an era where the armored units are just straight up the best support units. So you're going to end up running like multiple armored units on your team, and I don't know, it just feels really boring, especially when Baby Camilla is kind of the only unit that can really take these guys on. So, ever since Baby Camilla has came out, she's been my main attacker on every single team, and it's starting to get a little boring. And it also makes me wonder why the recent banner they just released, the Summer Banner 1, why, like, the Celica on that banner isn't really that good. So, yeah, I'm just waiting for some more meta shakeups right now, because I feel like this is one of the most stagnant and boring metas we've ever been in. So, okay, I've rambled on quite enough now. Let's actually go ahead and check out these defenses. I don't know if we want to look at all of them, but we might as well, I guess. And we do have 2 hard losses. I did have lift loss control in play, though. So, I mean, that's really the only thing you can hope for in Chaos Season. Because, like I said before, there is no such thing as defending in Chaos Season. Alright, so Homeboy starting us off with a Burger King. Yeah, I mean, he can face tank this entire setup that I've got here. It's no problem for him. Now, because you can't run double saves, actually, like, you can run 2 armored or multiple armored units, but you can't run more than 1 save skill. So I gave this guy Defres Ploy 3, which will do mid-turn debuff, or not mid-turn, but like start-a-turn debuffs on the enemies, and that will power up Camilla's weapon, giving her more true damage. So that's the reason why he's got that there. But, okay, this guy, he's got Burger King. He's got Fallen Aleer support there. Not the female one, but the male one. All right, then we got Valentine Edelgard, Athos, and the new Lakche from the Bride banner. Pretty good units, honestly, but he's not running any, like, Sacred Seals, which leaves me to believe this guy may be more on the casual end. Probably not really taking the game all that serious. And as we demonstrate there, yeah, we're able to just bop Burger King there. I also have Harsh Command on Seteth, so either Burger King or Camilla, when they go into attack, I have Celica Ring on him. If either of them move into attack, we can just, like, cleanse any penalties they may have before they do that. So, yeah, just not really a trap, just a way to heal off some status penalties we may have. Alright, he's still going for it, though, which I don't know why, but okay. Yeah, like, Imbue is so strong. And just the fact that it's basically Breath of Life 4, and it also has, like, what does it have? Like, mitigation of Fatal Smoke? That's a little bit much, man. Alright, so we win that one pretty easily. Let's take a look at this one over here. This guy actually didn't get any unit losses, so I wonder what happened here. Okay, so we got Emblem Lin with Loki. I did something similar as well. I had 2 offenses this season. I had the Baby Camilla Gale Force, and I had the Lin with Elm and Loki, like sniper range setup. All right, he's also got Lucina there, Ninja Lucina, Regan, and Plumeria. I don't know why you would run these 2 in Chaos Season. Yeah, sure, obviously in Astra Season, but I mean, there's more so units that you run because you don't have a choice. More so than units you would run if you're allowed to choose whoever you want. And that's another reason why Chaos Season is so free. Like, just having no team limitations at all is just... When you look at the units that we have in the game right now, it just makes it way too easy. So that's why, like, the regular Chaos Seasons where you gotta run your Mythic Heroes, you may not even have the best Mythic Hero merges as options. So, like, that's already hindering your team building, and then you gotta run a bonus unit and all that. So, at the end of the day, when everything is said and done, in Light Season and Astra Season, you probably aren't even running the best possible team that you could be. So that gives defense even more of a shot at, like, standing a chance, as opposed to here, where you really can't do anything. And I'm kind of seeing what actually happened here. I don't think this guy has a way to kill Burger King at all, which is why he had to surrender there. Yeah, none of his units, nothing that he brought here can just kill Burger King straight up. Like, that's why he lost. Is that fun? Does anyone enjoy playing a game like that where, okay, it's a strategy game, so you would think, oh, I have to think about, like, what the best plan of attack is, or I got to think about my positioning. Like, maybe this is chess where I want units on certain spaces and so on and so forth. But I've said this before when the Emblemite came out. If there's a unit in the game that you just can't beat straight up, like, he's just so good in combat. His tanking is ridiculous, like we have here with this Burger King. It's not fun, because the ways that you beat him are so few and far between. I've showed off that Baby Camilla can do it, but, like, that's really it. There's not too many other units that are going to beat him straight up without, like, a lot of support going on. So, yeah, like, this guy, he lost the moment he loaded into the fight. It's like Awakening Lunatic Plus, where you just lose based on random enemy skill spawns. That's not fun. Like, nobody wants that. Okay, here we go. We have the first loss of 2 here for the season. So, I mean, this is also what can happen. Now, he's smart about it. He's running the Attune Micaiah here for penalty cleansing. So, my plan of Def Res Ploy inflicting team-wide debuffs for Camilla to eat off of is not really going to help us here. Because, like, normally that would be a way for her to just get rid of Black Knight, but if they're running penalty cleansing, if they're smart, we don't really have a chance. So, yeah, it's like, if you can't beat them, join them. If you can't beat Burger King, just run your own. Which has seemed to be, like, most people's method of surviving against them. Alright, so, yeah, this should be pretty easy for him at this point. Like, there's not really going to be any sort of problem. We've already lost our primary units, so, like, the rest of these guys aren't going to be able to do much. And he's still getting the fence to go off, too. Like, that's another thing. I don't really think we needed 2 turns of the safety fence. Because if you think about it, the maps aren't really hindering enough where you would need 2 turns to do something. It makes sense if like, remember OG Spring Breeze or, like, OG Jotunheim Castle where they had multiple walls? If that was still in play, I think maybe 2 turns of the safety fence could be justified. But that's really not the case. All of the defense maps suck, pretty much. Like, there's no real good defense map. Oh. What is this guy doing? Why didn't he get the pots? Okay, maybe he won the fight, but he lost points there, in my opinion. You gotta get the pots, man. You can't just ignore the pots. Alright, here's another one. Ishida. Like Ishida from Bleach. The Quincy guy. There we got Ninja Lucina, Elm. Oh, what is she again? Aided Yunaka. We got Emblem Erica and the Attuned Azura. Are not bad units, but he's like, some of his guys are missing seals. At least Elm, like, that's his bonus unit. I would have at least given him a seal. Azura's a dancer. She doesn't really care. But Elm, I would at least have given a seal to. And it looks like we're going to run into a similar theme here where this guy just has no way of killing Burger King, so he just lost as soon as he loaded into the fight. Yeah, that's real fun, right? Okay, but what he could do, though, is snipe my Camilla here. Because he's got Erica with the style. She can Wind Sword style and attack Camilla. Yep. Exactly what I thought. And then she can, like, get out of the way. So, at least he did something there. But that doesn't change the fact that he's got to get around Burger King somehow. I wonder what he's going to do here. Like, what is his method of killing Burger King? Probably hitting the surrender button would be my guess. Alright, so here we go. We're coming in. My units aren't really moving very far here, so they're all staying in formation. So Burger King is going to have that support up for quite some time. Alright, looks like he's going to take his time trying to snipe one by one. Oh, he left Erica there? That was a bad idea. He totally could have moved her out of the way, by the way. Like, he didn't need to do that. So he just whiffed his Erica. He might have been able to figure something out, but like, my method of killing Burger King for me on offense was with Elm. So, I've got the, Erica ring on him, and then I've got a good seal on him. I got Blade Session, so I can just pump him up at the end of the fight, save Burger King for last, and then have Elm snipe him and take care of him later. But without a seal, or without even the Erica ring on Elm, I'm not sure if he's able to do it. So, yeah, kind of an RIP there for him. Alright, so who was that? Ishida? Okay, let's take a look at Sana up next. Alright, so this time around, we have Needhogger. We've got Ash Ketchum. We got Professor Elm and Ash Ketchum, huh? Alright, then we got Azura and Alphonse. Hatari Azura. Don't really see her too much anymore. Oh, what? Oh, nah, dude. No. I mean, see, this is the type of stuff you hope for. You just pray that this happens in Chaos Season, that you fight guys like this. Because otherwise, you're not winning any fights. Like, this is really your only shot. I feel like there needs to be a tier above Vault of Heaven, by the way, for this exact reason. Because, like, I don't really take any pleasure in my defense fighting guys like this. Because you can tell they're not really trying. They're not really playing for real. They're just, like, getting their dailies done. They just want to enjoy Faye, maybe for the artwork or their favorite characters or whatever. They ain't looking to go through some really hardcore defenses. So, the Vaults of Heaven right now, the leniency for getting in is a little bit too easy. So I feel like we need a tier 40 for Aether Raids now, because like tier 39 is the highest. And I feel like, how about a tier 40 where only like the top 500 players get in? How about that? Because at least then you know you're going to be fighting some real hardcore dudes. But I don't even know if there's 500 players in Aether Raids that really compete that hard. It would probably have to be like top 100. Which would be very steep and very prestigious to get into. But if you manage to do it, I props to you, right? Like, so that's why I think they should probably just go ahead and do something like that. Like, really allow the people who want to compete to be able to compete at that level. And then it would also make it a little easier for the people in regular Vault of Heaven, because then they could just, like... There's 100 of the best players are now removed from the mode. So it's going to be easier for them to, like, get through their fights. Okay, this guy's got Emblem Sigurd, Plumeria, Gulveig, Valentine Edelgard, and Valentine Claude. Okay, interesting. Sigurd comes in. Oh, for some reason, I thought Sigurd was about to just kill Burger King, but he didn't. Why did he even do that then? Like, what was the thought process there? He didn't even wait for Edelgard to debuff. Like, he could have just ended Edelgard's turn, debuffed everybody, and then had Sigurd attack. That was so weird. Oh my god. Alright, yeah, clearly we're gonna win this one. Alright, that one wasn't even a question. So, who is this? Non-furai? Non-fry? Like no French fries? I don't know. Alright, so we got Marui over here. Okay, Needhogger, Ashura, Fallen Veil. You don't really see her anymore. And we got Winter Alear and Attuned Micaiah. Okay, so I'm guessing his plan is to try to bait with Needhogger, because he's got all these support units, and then it seems like Needhogger is his plan to just Omni-Tank. Alright, where is he going to put her? Let's see here. Right now, he's just wasting time breaking structures. Not sure why. Like, you got to do something, buddy. Okay, I don't know if that was the move. Put Alear in front like that. Yeah, because we're just going to ice him with Camilla there, and then... And now everyone's moving in, so... What is the plan now? I guess nothing. Okay, that was a weird one. So, okay, here we have the second of 2 losses. Hopefully this guy shows us something good. Okay, we got Burger King once again. So, yeah, you can already tell where this is going. Alright, then we have the Bunny Plumeria. We got Loki. Loki's very good, especially for offense here, because you just remove all bonuses. No Imbue, no Reflex, none of that. No Dosage, just get rid of all of it. I'm surprised we don't have, like, a Loki for offense yet, because that seems like that would be a way to just kill defense even further. Man, I really hope they don't do that, but I guess we have Duo Thor, who can still work with the Duo button, but you got to break their hindrance first before that could work. Alright, then he's got Ninja Eye Green and Lay Radar. Not sure why those two are there. Particularly Ninja Eye Green. I guess maybe she's the bonus unit this guy's got. I think it was Book 5 and below, or no, just Book 5 as the bonus for this round. Alright, yeah, we don't stand much of a chance here. Because I'm running Celica Ring on Burger King, I don't have the Brave Attack potential on him. Because I had to give it to Needhogger, otherwise she just gets blown out by Emblem Lyn. Alright, just ending turn here. Okay. He's really going to wait for it, I guess. Is he going to be able to get the pots, though? Let's see here. Wow. Could he not kill Burger King there? That's crazy. I was on 1 HP. There's no way, right? Like, he had to have been able to kill. But maybe he couldn't. I don't know. That's really insane. That my Burger King is at 1 HP and he still couldn't kill him. That just goes to show, man. Reflex is... Well, not Reflex. In this case, Imbue is like such a hell of a drug. And unlike Breath of Life, like this more so applies to Arena. Unlike Breath of Life, where you need an ally in 2 spaces for it to proc. I mean, Imbue just procs every turn regardless, and he just has it. Like, start a turn, he just gives himself Imbue. Doesn't matter if anyone's close by. So, yeah, like, you're just forced to fight him. Okay, this one's taken quite a while. Wow. We're really going back and forth here. Yeah, like, is he going to be able to get both of the pots here? It looks like his Eye Green is going to get the one on the left, but what about the other one? And he has to get his bonus KO, too. Who is his bonus unit? I think it's Eye Green. So, like, he's got his work cut out for him here. Let's see what he does. Okay, so Setseth, I could definitely give this guy a much better build, by the way. Like, the build that I've got on him, I just randomly free-pulled another Brave Alphonse on a daily banner. So I just gave all of his stuff to Setseth there because it's pretty easy. But yeah, there's way better skills you can give to him right about now. Okay, so Loki was his unit that got the kill. Is Loki a bonus right now? No, Loki is not. So he even though he won the fight, he didn't get the bonus KO. That's very interesting. So both of our fights here where we lost, we still kind of, I mean, we didn't fully lose because the first guy didn't get the pots. That guy didn't get his bonus KO. Huh. That's very interesting. Okay, whatever. All right, so this guy is going for the Lin sniper range setup. All right, we got the Elm there. We've got Sigurd, Brave Felix, and Valentine Edelgard. He's going a little bit too hardcore on the Gale Forcing. You don't need all three of these guys. Like Edelgard, Felix, and Sigurd, one would suffice, to tell you the truth. And then you're free to run like more support or things like that to help your team a little better. And he's just putting Elm all the way in front. Wow. Like, Elm is going to tank anybody here. That's not his role. That's not his game, man. Tanking, omni-tanking is not Elm's bag. What he wants to do is just, like, snipe stuff and inflict undefended if possible. Okay, so Sigurd goes ahead and takes out 2 people here. Oh, wait, no, what? Oh, hell no. No, that is an infuriation moment. Baby Camilla at 1 HP does not die to Sigurd. What is this game, man? What is even happening anymore? This game is so stupid now. 1 HP is like damn near a trap at this point. You see a unit at 1 HP, you think you're going to be able to take them out, and no. They just heal back to full magically with all of these stupid healing effects now. Like, for real, every single passive, every single unit, they just have, like, every time you land a hit, you heal 7 HP. After combat, you heal 7 HP. Start of combat, you heal, like, half HP with Imbue or Breath of Life or whatever. Oh, my God. This is so stupid. Imagine showing Faye to a player, like a day 1 player who quit. Like, let's say they quit somewhere around year 1 or year 2. And you show them the state of the game now. Like, what is their thought going to be? Oh, my God. All right, well, there we go, guys. That's pretty much it for this season of AR. So, yeah, I don't know. Make of it what you will. I don't really care. But next season, I actually do have something very interesting in mind for a defense that I want to try. So, hopefully, that will go smoothly. But for now, that's it. Stick around later because we're going to have the data mines for this Summer 1 banner, which I'm going to go into a little bit of my thoughts on why I think the units are underpowered on that banner, because I do actually think there is a reason behind it. But, yeah, stick around for that. That'll be later tonight. This is your boy Tacho signing out, so take care, and I will catch y'all again on the flip side.